Follow the Gills home and away. This is the Gills365 Podcast.
Hi there and welcome once again to the Gills365 Podcast. Gills fans are in buoyant mood going into the home game with Barnet at the weekend, but that mood quickly darkened with one of Gillingham's worst home performances of the season. We reported on the match live from Priestfield as Gillingham crashed to a 2-0 defeat.
It's half time at Priestfield and the score is Gillingham 0, Barnet 1. Gillingham barely got out of first gear in that first half. A lot of the players are really coasting. It's almost as if they think that they're just going to turn up and win this game. They've played very little football. They've only really got in behind Barnet once when Dennis Ollie got down the side and earned a corner. But other than that, Gillingham have been really, really poor in this opening period. The goal, very poor defending by John Nutter, who just stood miles off their winger, allowed him all the time and space to cross the ball in. Paul Furlong, largely unchallenged, headed the ball into the far corner of the net. Barnet look a really poor outfit, but they want this a lot more than Gillingham, and Gillingham have got to really up it in this second half. Josh Wright making his debut, game's really passing him by in the middle of midfield, and I'll be looking to get Adam Miller on the pitch as soon as possible in the second half, actually take a few chances and create something going forward, because Gillingham have created virtually nothing in that opening period. Dennis Ollie's having a bit of a stinker as well. He's getting easily muscled off the ball. His second touches the tackle, and he's really having a bad game up front. They either need to move him out wide onto the right for the equally ineffective Nicky Southall, or take him off completely. But either way, Mark McCammon needs to get onto the pitch up front alongside Simeon Jackson in an attempt to give the little man some service. He had absolutely nothing in that first half. Gillingham looking really poor in that opening 45 minutes, doing anything but promotion contenders. So hoping for much, much better in that second half. Substitutes are out, warming up at the moment, and hopefully the rest of the team are in the dressing room getting an absolute bollocking from the manager, because that's what they deserve after that. Not good enough from Gillingham in the first half, as the score at half-time is Gillingham 0, Barnet 1.
Nice grumpy here. It's half-time at Priestfield. Gillingham 0, Barnet 1, and to be fair, if we don't up our effort and application in all areas in the second half, this game's going to be a defeat for us. We've barely completed. The ball's been in the air more often than not. We've got far too many players off the pace. We don't want it as much as the opposition at the moment. And really, if we carry on this the way we are, we're definitely going to be going away today with no points at all. So, I just hope we can turn around in the second half and keep pushing on with promotion.
Driving home after a dreadful day at Priestfield, final score, Gillingham 0, Barnet 2. Gillingham, I don't know whether they were taking things for granted, whether they thought they could just turn up and win, or whether they thought that they could just go through the motions for 90 minutes and get the points. But if they thought either of those things, then they were sadly mistaken. Barnet turned up committed, and they clearly wanted to win a lot more than our boys did. They competed for every ball, they won most of them, and Gillingham was second best in every department, in every position. Gillingham played really poorly on the day. The first goal, John Nutter stood off Adam Mower, the winger, who crossed it for Paul Furlong to head into the far corner of the net, largely unchallenged. Gillingham came out in the second half, and the fans were hoping that Gillingham might come out with a bit of fire in their belly. Not so. They carried on hoofing long balls forward. I think they probably strung 3 or 4 passes together once in that entire game. And by then the game was over. Long ball forward, Mark Bentley let the ball bounce. Paul Furlong got the wrong side of him as he broke into the penalty area. Bentley dragged him down, clear penalty kick, which was dispatched into the top corner of the net with no fuss whatsoever. Gillingham got exactly what they deserved today, which was absolutely nothing. And listening to the results as we were filing out of Priestfield made it all the more frustrating. Other teams around Gillingham also slipped up, teams drawing, or in Rochdale's case, getting thrashed by Bournemouth. It was a real opportunity today against the weakest team in our running for Gillingham to really go in there, get some points and get a confidence-building result in front of their home fans. They were superb against Brentford last week. They were absolutely dreadful against Barnet this week. They need to pick things up, because we've now got a series of very, very tough games against teams around us. And if we play like that, we're not going to pick up another point for the rest of the season. So Mark Stinson's got it all to do to pick them up and get them to perform in the last few games of the season. They're a really disappointing match. Final score, Gillingham 0, Barnet 2.
After that disappointing defeat, Gillingham need to bounce back in their next game, and they don't come much tougher than Wycombe away. Peter Taylor's side have lost just twice at Adams Park this season, but with both sides level on points and desperate to secure an automatic promotion place, it promises to be another tense encounter this weekend. Don't forget you can call the fan phone direct from Adams Park and leave your thoughts on the game live from the match. The number to save into your mobile phone is 0208 123 3651. Calls cost standard rates, but if you've got inclusive minutes on your account, it's a free call. That's just about it from me this week. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll be back with the next show next week after the Wycombe game. Until then, see you soon.
For the latest news, views and opinion on Gillingham FC, hit the net with Gills365.co.uk.